Hello and welcome into the Sporting Pod, along with Emerson Burris and Tony Allegretti and Mauricio Ruiz. I'm Cole Pepper. Coming up today on the pod, what to look for on Saturday as Carolina Ascent comes to town, plus what you need to know as a fan that will make the experience even better. And will anyone change their Premier League picks from last week? Given the option, we'll find out in our contest. We are fed by the Bearded Pig, locally owned and operated with the original location in San Marco. Make sure you swing by the Bearded Pig for great barbecue and great times. I need to swing by and get some of those burn ends.
Dude,
I still need to go.
Quick,
we can make that happen.
digression here, but the Bearded Pig's new ad on the ribbon board at the sideline board. What do we call that?
What do we call that?
Dang. What's the tech?
Ribbon panel? I don't know.
This is anyway. Good looking ad.
Yeah. Good looking barbecue too.
Yeah.
Good tasting barbecue. All right. Speaking of that, we saw those ads running across the ribbon boards on Saturday in a 1-0 loss to Dallas. We have reviewed this game in other places. You can check it out this weekend on the Sporting JAX report. If you haven't already, you can listen to the Coaches Show on 1010XL or also on the Thursday night edition of the Sporting JAX Soccer Hour. So we don't want to dig in too much to that, but we do want to look ahead to Carolina Ascent coming up on Saturday. And one of the things that it strikes me as we prepare for a 7:30 kickoff at Hodges Stadium on Channel 4 and Peacock is the parity in this league. And
Except for Dallas.
well, but
I get your point.
In this regard, yes, Dallas has done quite well, but there's not an easy out right now. Last year, I think, as the season played out, we found some teams that weren't put together in the right way for this league, and made a lot of changes in the offseason as a result. But think about what we've done right now. So in the first 3 matches this season, we've seen a retooled DC Power who came in looking very strong. We saw the defending champions, and we saw the team atop the table, the only team that hasn't lost so far this year. And this week, we get the team that was number 1 in the league during the regular season last year. So my point here, Tony, is that every week it's a challenge. And I think it's going to make for some really exciting title races.
I agree. And, in all of these matches, Sporting JAX has looked good. There's some notes here, there, some chances we could have finished, some moments, some things, some defensive things, but not for the most part. It's not like Dallas came in and handled us. Like we were pepper in the goal. They had a historic goal.
Yes, youngest goal scorer in the league.
Yeah, no, I think in American
professional soccer history. Yeah,
not great to be on the other side of that one, but still, that's kind of awesome. Like, 'cause, we're here for the pathway to pro, and
there it is.
That's amazing. She can't even drive, and she's beating us at home. So, I'm not better.
That's Rhea Moore, by the way, who Emerson talked to after the game. And listen, we have players in their 30s.
On a school night? No, it wasn't. Sorry, it was Saturday.
Saturday. It was all right.
Yeah.
But what a moment for that young lady.
Yeah, it was really cool. And I warned her before. I was like, it's going to be really easy. We're just having a conversation. I don't even know if she had done an interview before, let alone like that. And she was like, well, if I mess up, can I do it again? I was like, no, but you're not going to mess up. It's going to be totally fine. And she did great. And we chatted for a moment after, and I told her congrats, and so proud of her. I don't even know her, but I'm so proud of her. Like, what a moment for her last weekend.
Remarkable. So let's look forward. Mauricio, last year as we were following along with the Super League standings, Carolina not only had the most wins and the most points, they scored the most goals, and they conceded the fewest last year. They were the best team top to bottom last year, and then
during the
regular season, and then lost to Fort Lauderdale in the semifinals. But this is a team with a few additions, but this is going to be a good test on Saturday night.
Absolutely. And I think you got to remember that it's a long season, and many teams that we were talking at last year, you remember Brooklyn FC was really running at the top of the first half of the season last year for the majority of it, even though they had a really tough start internally from a organizational standpoint, but their football on the field was leading the league. And then some teams took that winter break, to readapt. There weren't as many transfers as we thought originally, but some teams got their house in order, and that's when you saw, Tampa Bay and Carolina Ascent really get to the top of the league, and Carolina having the best campaign. Interesting that two of the teams that had the best campaign in Carolina and Tampa Bay Sun that eventually won are still seeking their first win of the season.
Yeah.
Carolina's only played 2 games. Tampa Bay's played 3. But Carolina comes into this with no losses, but 2 games that were ties 2-2. So certainly they want to come in here and kill the parade that Sporting JAX trying to have, which is trying to capture their first win at home. Even though we already have a win, at home will be a really nice treat for our fans this weekend.
It's also worth pointing out that Carolina's 2 games so far have been against the other Florida teams. So they have started the season with draws against Fort Lauderdale and Tampa Bay. So it's the Florida 3-step. They used to talk about the Texas 2-step in the NBA when you go and play Dallas and San Antonio or Dallas and Houston, whatever. Here you go. It's a 3-step.
They really are highlighting your parody,
Yes,
here. Yeah.
It really is. So we look forward to that. All right. If you do not have tickets for the game yet, they are available by going to sportingjax.com. But I would also encourage you, if you're somebody who's listening to this podcast who is not a season ticket owner right now, too late to buy season tickets, but the Sporting Flex Pack is the way to go. You can pick out 4 games for the season, including this weekend's matchup against Carolina Ascent. It could also be next Friday's friendly against KC Current 2 could be a part of that. You get 4 games starting at just $60. Go to sportingjax.com/flex or call 904-863-KICK.
Can I throw out a little game day logistics thing here?
That's exactly the next topic.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely.
Oh, my
so
God.
we want to talk about how to make your game day as good as it can be when you go to Sporting JAX. Some of this information has been shared in emails or on websites, whatever. But we thought we'd spend a moment here. And Tony, you're the perfect guy to lead us into this.
Well, so there's lots of tips and tricks, but what I was going to specifically talk about in this one was if you are in the club, right? If you got club tickets, a lot of people do. In fact, I think for a long time they were our number one seller. I don't know if they are still. But with your club ticket, you get access to a lounge and a whole bar. And
where is that located?
That is
Tony?
in the concourse, which a lot of folks. So when you come in,
the first floor concourse?
No, that's on the 3rd floor.
The 3rd floor concourse,
which is weird because it kind of seems like the 2nd floor too. So this is all super confusing. But here's the deal: when you come in, I think with club you get in the north entrance. You can come in the north entrance there. A lot of people just go through the tunnel. They get to they're at field level there. It's very European, and then you go up the stairs to your seat. Well, what they don't really, I don't think, have caught on to yet is that if you keep going, then there's the concourse, which is the 2nd level,
the middle.
Yeah. And so there in there are really nice bathrooms, our lounge, a little bar, food,
and I heard a rumor.
Merch.
Is there going to be some kind of DJ action in there?
No, we're not. We're not breaking that news here.
Okay, all right, all right.
And good negotiations are ongoing.
Yes, all right.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. We'll see how it all plays.
So that's my little thing. There's so many tips and tricks for coming. I'm sure you have some too. But that if you're in the club, make sure to check out the concourse.
That was a big one for me.
Yeah.
A couple other notes on this. I think it's a great idea to check out the Fan Fest before the match, which is just outside of the entrance to Hodges Stadium. There'll be music and entertainment and games and prizes and so forth there. We'll also have our merch set up out there. So if you want to buy team merch, which has been very popular at the games.
Yes. New bucket hats, reversible bucket hats.
By the way, the reversible bucket hat, I got a text from one of the supporters who was just over the moon that the bucket hat was in.
They are cool.
And so if you are a bucket hat kind of guy, I'm not really a bucket hat head. My head is bucket enough. Yeah. But that's there. But
is it too big, your head? Because that's the thing. I have a Charlie Brown head, and these one size fits all's really not for me.
Do you know what size?
One size fits.
What size of head do you have?
I'm a 7 5/8.
Yeah, that's about where I am.
We're big headed men.
Big
you guys
head.
just have so much knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's wisdom.
That's
Right.
a very good job of kissing up to the old folks. So anyway, check out the Fan Fest. And I will also say that get that reserve parking taken care of ahead of time because it'll shorten your walk to the game for those of you who care. And also, you don't have to be in the supporters group proper to follow them.
To visit them?
To go by and say hi. It's the First Coast Ultras are having all kinds of fun.
They're so friendly.
Yeah, great group there. And if you want to follow in on the march to the match,
they're cooking out. They've got Jello shots. They're not.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Party.
They are a fun party,
Yes.
and I know that they would embrace you with open arms if you wanted to go say what's up.
And finally, I will just say that for the premium experience at the games, you may have seen the field suites that are set up. There are 6 of them. I believe 4 of them are purchased for the season by groups and sponsors.
Sponsors, yeah.
1 is utilized by our sponsorship team to bring in potential clients and to show them kind of the experience. And then there's another one that is for sale to the general public every week. And so that's box 6, by the way. If you really want to get inside. And box 6 is available. And if you want to get that one, go to sportingjax.com. Or
box 6 is one of the fancy ones. I
Yeah.
mean, they're all fancy.
Yeah.
They're all nice.
I put my bag in box 6.
Oh, be careful now.
So you might get to meet me too.
That could be
That's a pretty
nice.
good
There you
incentive.
go.
that could be a big one. So you go to sportingjax.com for that, or actually better yet, call 904-863-KICK. Talk to a representative to make sure they'll give you the full concierge service and get you ready to go there. Mauricio, I have no notes for you on how to further enjoy the games from Portugal other than a VPN or watching on YouTube, which is available
I'm still trying to wrap my head around this whole bar studio situation, DJ situation you guys are alluding to. I will be back in November and hopefully catch a couple of games and want to make sure that party's still going on.
Oh, buddy, don't worry. That party is ongoing. If UNF would let us stay there, it'd be like Ibiza right now. But
which Mauricio could get to in pretty quick order.
Yeah, exactly.
From where he is.
Actually,
we're
might
adjacent.
be. So you just planted a good seed. I'll see you
Or
in Ibiza.
don't they say it like Ibiza?
Ibiza.
Yeah.
I'm going to Ibiza. All right. We want to remind you that you can join the Sporting JAX Report, noon Saturday on NBC 12 this week. Next week, for the next few weeks after that, it goes to ABC 25, but it'll still be noon on Saturdays. And you can join us Tuesday nights at 6 for the Coaches Show on 1010XL with me, Mark Warburton, Stacey Balaam, and a player this past week. We had Jade Pennick in to talk about her excitement about the new player joining us, her
Historic
close friend,
goal scorer.
the first goal scorer, but also very excited about Libby Smith joining us, who is her close friend. They played together in Birmingham. And
I think we'll see Libby this weekend.
I doubt it. It's a little
pretty
early.
Fresh, yeah.
So that is a good question. I think that she has not played since about 3 months was the last competitive match she played against London City Lionesses, by the way, who are going up to in the WSL.
And they, oh my gosh, I have to say, they have the coolest jerseys.
And they just splashed some money.
So cool.
They just splashed some money, like $1.9 million on a transfer. London, watch out for London City, by the way, in England.
Yeah.
However, we'll have a different player each and every week, and a great opportunity for you to kind of get to know the players on Sporting JAX. And also, you can check out the Sporting JAX Soccer Hour every Thursday night at 6 on AM 930, Fox Sports Radio Jacksonville. Mauricio, Becky, Emerson, me, comments from others as well. All right. Last week, we teased our Premier League contest during the international break. Let everybody take a pick of who they might consider going with. Before we get to, let's go ahead and do the picks here. Then I'm going to talk about, I want everybody to have their nomination for what the prize should be at the end of the year. So, to review the picks last week, I picked Crystal Palace over Sunderland. Emerson had Man U over Man City in the Manchester Derby. Mauricio had Chelsea over Brentford. And Tony had Arsenal over Forest. Now, that's the match that has had the most potential change because Forest has moved on. New manager, Ange Postecoglou, is coming in. So I'll give everybody the opportunity here. Mauricio, starting with you. You have Chelsea over Brentford last week. Is that the pick you want to stay with?
I'm actually going to go with Tottenham versus West Ham.
Ooh, who you taking?
Tottenham.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Tottenham
that's bold.
under Thomas Frank and with the new players, I mean, they broke records, and then they finally, I don't know if you guys heard, but like Daniel Levy is out.
Mm-hmm.
Tottenham's finally relieved. It's a new era for them. Thomas Frank is a wonderful coach, and West Ham is just struggling to find themselves this year.
All right, so Tottenham over West Ham is Mauricio's pick.
It's so nervy of you to change your pick. Like, I'm not even, like, I actually feel like I've got a better pick this week for similar reasons, but I'm nervy because, like, if I change it, my first pick's going to come through. So my first pick was Arsenal beating Forest, but now they got Big Ange, even though Big Ange has never beaten Arsenal, I don't think. Pretty sure. I do think that it will. They might have a little new manager bump, like the new, the David Levy out bump.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna change it. I don't want to. I'm gonna change.
All right.
I'm gonna change to
Do it.
I'm gonna change to Newcastle over Wolves.
All right. There we go. Newcastle over Wolves from Tony. Emerson.
Well,
Already regret it.
yeah, I'm changing it.
All right.
As confident as I am
yours
in
was
my
the most
boys.
bold. Yours was the most
Yeah,
bold last time.
I'm very confident the Man U
Yeah.
can take the win, but I think I need to play it safe
Oh no.
because I don't want to lose my lead. Mao, I almost took Spurs, but I won't do the same as you. So I think I'm going to take Liverpool
Yeah, that one's pretty.
over Burnley.
Yeah. That's a good solid. I'm in first pick.
you.
There's a lot of strategy here. I'm trying to not take the obvious top teams early. I want to save those for later in the year when you have a little more information about who they're playing and take those.
Yeah.
But again, I like that pick. I think it's a good one.
It's like points on the board. Like, you don't
Yeah.
take it down.
Yeah. So coming into this week, Emerson had the lead with 4 points. Tony, Mauricio, and I each had 3. And I had chosen Crystal Palace to beat Sunderland. And as all of you have changed,
You're changing.
I am standing on Crystal Palace Sunderland. I like the pick. I like the stock.
All right.
I'm ready to go here.
Yeah.
And I'm sticking with that one.
Well, they're flying still.
All they do is
Yeah,
win.
they're doing great.
Lost all their players, but they're still good.
All right, so let us decide what it is that we are playing for here. I want everybody to give your suggestions, your recommendations, and maybe and then what we'll do is we'll put this out for fans to vote on which of the 4 ideas will be our decision. So,
good.
Tony, why don't you start with?
So
your
I wanted to do the winner gets a kit that's picked out by the losing players, right? So the winner gets their size kit.
So if you win, we would get you a Liverpool kit, and you'd be okay with it. You want to rethink this?
Maybe, yes. I'm sure all your ideas are better. But like I was thinking like either, like a vintage kit or maybe something from I don't know, just something cool, a quirky kit that the winner
not
could wear
not a mean-spirited choosing your team's rival.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I will never wear a Liverpool kit, so that's probably not a good idea. But anyway, but yes, I see holes in my
That's all right. We'll put it out there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Emerson?
Mine is similar, but the winner gets to pick a Premier League jersey of their choice.
Okay. All right. Mauricio?
So I love the idea, and my thought was starting to change, but I thought about the winner gets an all-you-can-eat bearded pig celebratory
Ooh.
lunch while wearing a favorite jersey of their choice.
Yeah.
But what if
I-
you win? Then you
been
can't
gifted
enjoy
by
the
the other.
bearded pig.
Yeah. Well, no, he'll be back.
Oh, okay.
He'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll fly in for that.
Yeah. Okay. I like the experience part of this, but I also want there to be a certain level of humiliation is not the right word, but winner needs to be able to enjoy this. So
Sounds like the right word.
maybe it is. So I believe what I was going for is that the 3 losing contestants will serve dinner to the winner, fancy waiter and butler style. And we'll have to have that. We'll take some pictures, and the master of the house will enjoy the dinner. So
Does the winner get to pick the menu?
Yes, yeah. I mean, reasonably.
Sure.
Yes, yeah.
Who's hosting this dinner?
We can find. We'll figure out where that's going to be.
We can do it at Uptown.
Details later. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So yes, and full regalia, and
Yeah.
so a white glove kind of experience for the winner.
I'm sure we all have food service experience.
Yeah, I delivered pizzas. So
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
back in
wow.
the day, yeah.
I was a
La
hostess for
Pizzeria.
like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I did work at an ice cream shop too.
There we
That
go.
counts.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It does.
Okay.
I was the Apple Buddy of the Month at Applebee's one time.
Oh, good for you!
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Because of your flair, you had a lot of
You
flair.
guys didn't even know that was a thing, did you?
You still put that on your LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Number one thing.
All right. We'll put this out on.
He's upselling the margaritas.
See what you did there.
I'll be
All
here
right.
all
Well,
week.
listen. One more thing to do. This is the time in the podcast where Tony breaks format, which he tried to do earlier, and he actually broke into format.
Yes, I accidentally was on the script. So, yeah, I'm sitting on. I really don't have anything cold.
I got
Like,
something.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes, please,
I was chatting with some of the staff at training on Tuesday, and the team has a Premier League fantasy league going.
Ah.
And so far, leading the fantasy league right now is Meg Hughes.
Okay.
And that shocked me a little bit. But Kenny told me that she randomly picked and happens to just be winning by luck.
Oh, so this is picking players.
Correct.
Okay. Got
Yep.
it. Yep. All right. Good.
Oh, I did want to thank all of our. We had so many lovely people buy tickets to the 50-50 raffle. It was another banger, $1,280 split.
Great.
So yes, the winner, and that's the thing. When you go over $600, it's like we got to do a W-9 and stuff. So it's like we're in the winnings. And so that's the second time in a row, and we're going to do it again.
And what does that money go to?
So that money goes to the foundation. The foundation is hyper-focused on bringing soccer to areas of town that don't have it and don't have high-level training, and that's what we're doing. 4.0, our next phase is coming up early November, and lots of new details around that. So super good.
We'll look forward to that when it comes up. Yep. All right. Very excited about getting the rest of the season rolling here, and looking forward to the second of 3 consecutive home matches Saturday against Carolina Ascent, 7:30 kickoff at Hodges Stadium on the UNF campus. If you can't make it there by getting your tickets to sportingjax.com, you can watch on Channel 4 or Peacock, or if you're in Europe, on the USL on YouTube channel. So, here we go. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Look for 3 points. For Mauricio Ruiz and Emerson Burris and Tony Allegretti, I'm Cole Pepper. Thanks so much for listening to The Sporting Pod.